We just got one of our last ever partner showcase for the Nintendo Direct because I really feel like the Switch 2 is about to get announced any moment now. So, what are the games still coming to the Switch? Well, they just showed us over 25 new ones, including 2 of the Xbox games that were teased last time that are finally releasing. And we're going to talk about this Nintendo Direct partner showcase here today. So if you guys are new, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe because we do this all the time. There is a Pokemon Present happening next week that I'm also going to be covering. So if that interests you, make sure to subscribe and see that as well. Comment what game you're most excited for. Let's go through this partner showcase. First things first, they actually started with what I said, one of the first Xbox games coming to the Switch, which was Grounded. Now, look, I played Grounded on the Game Pass, and I wasn't the biggest fan, but I know there are people who absolutely love this game, so it's a very good thing to have it switch over to the Switch. So if you guys have a Switch and have never played this, definitely give it a shot, especially if you have some friends to play the co-op mode. Lots of fun for those who like it. After that, the other Xbox game that was announced, which was very weird, they kind of just threw it in the middle of this like showcase later on in the presentation, was Pentiment. Pentiment got a bunch of great reviews. I actually never played it myself, but I was excited about giving it a shot, and I'm going to play it at some point, but I found it very weird that they just chucked it into the middle of this little montage of like, oh, and here's more games, and Pentiment was one of them. Another game that's coming out is this one called Ender Magnolia, which is a sequel to Ender Lilies. I've never played this, but I'm seeing online people who are very, very excited for this game. It seems like it's a 2D adventure game. It looks pretty cool. I like what I'm seeing of it, but like I said, I've never actually played this myself, but I am curious to maybe go back and try out the Ender Lilies games before this one comes out. Ender Magnolia, Bloom in the Mist, and as you guys can see, 2024. Then we got this really weird game that actually looks pretty cool. I wrote the title here, Arranger, a role puzzling adventure. Looks really cool, where you're basically moving the whole world like a puzzle to solve everything. I'm pretty excited about this one, to be quite honest. Next up, this is, I think it's from Atlas. I'm going to scroll right over here. Unicorn Overlord. This one has a demo out today. So if you guys are excited about trying this one out, go ahead and download the demo, give it a shot. I'm downloading it on my Switch later today as well to give this one a shot. Then we are getting a new Monster Hunter Stories games. I don't know if this is a remake or a sequel. I'm pretty sure it's a remake of the original one. I've never actually played the Story series. I'm a big Monster Hunter fan, but I just never got into the Stories ones. This one, again, like, look... Every single video presentation they showed today, the biggest thing I can tell is it's time for a Switch 2. Most of these trailers just showed that the Switch just needs a higher performing graphical side of it to it now. I just feel like you could tell we're at the end here. Nothing really stood out as like, oh my god, except for one, which I'm going to talk about soon. This new Disney Epic Mickey Rebrush is a remake of Disney Epic Mickey, which I know a lot of people like, but I know had a lot of problems at the time, so I'm curious to know if this remake is going to be what's going to solve all of it. Then we actually got, I think this is DLC for Shin Megami Tensei 5, which is called Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. So this one, if you guys are a fan of Shin Megami, which I'm a fan of Persona, I've never actually tried Shin Megami, but again, this is another one where I'm like, it looks really rough, and it might just be me. I just wish we had something a little bit better at this point, but I get we're at the end here, so it's just kind of like, get everything out. Another cool thing I will say, a lot of the stuff they showed today is like coming out really soon. It was all like April, March, available today. So you're not gonna have to wait too long for most of the stuff being announced in today's showcase. Okay, this is a surprise. The next one over here, a Star Wars Battlefront collection. So this is Battlefront 1 and 2 in a bundle. And so obviously not remaster or anything. This is straight up the PS2 graphic. But I know a lot of people freaking love Battlefront 2, so if you guys have been wanting to play it, there you go, it's coming out. I don't think I've seen this on any other console, so this is probably like a brand new announcement, which I'm sure a lot of Star Wars fans are going to be super excited for. I'm not the biggest Star Wars guy, so for me it was just like, okay, cool. I know people love the Battlefront series, so this is probably more for you guys than for me. Then, I'm going to skip through the next one. It was just South Park Snow Day. We talked about it a lot. I'm planning on doing a review of this one when it comes out. I'm not going to play this on Switch. I want to definitely get it on PS5 or Xbox. But this is a 4-player co-op adventure game in the South Park world. I freaking love South Park, so I cannot wait for this. Then we've got a Sword Art Online game. I don't know much about the series, so I don't know if it's a remake, a sequel, but it looks like every other Sword Art Online game. Then, let me see my notes here. Gundam Breaker is next. It's a mech game. I know a lot of people love those things. Again, I want to play Armored Core. Like, that's the one that if I'm going to try, I want to try this one. But if you guys are a fan of Gundam, this one honestly looks fine. I think it doesn't look that bad. This one's releasing later on this year. Then we got a new Super Monkey Ball. Now, my wife got very excited about this one. A brand new Super Monkey Ball coming out called Banana Rumble. Bunch of new stages. And this one also has an online mode where you're going to be playing like multiplayer. It looked a bit like Fall Guys, which was really funny. And they also have a 4-player local co-op mode. There it is. That's also going to be releasing. So that's pretty cool. If you guys are fans of Super Monkey Ball, get excited for a new one. World of Goo 2 is coming out this year. If I scroll over here, there you go. Later this year, actually, not later this year, in May, very soon. World of Goo 2. I actually never played the first one, but a couple of my friends texted me being like, oh my god, they announced a World of Goo. So I guess this is a series of a lot of people. I need to catch up on these old school indie games. I missed out on a lot of them. But one that I never missed out on is the next one they're going to talk about, if I can just find it here for you guys. Fantasy Life. Now, if you guys have never played Fantasy Life, on the Nintendo DS, I'm pretty sure. This was a adventure game where you have to like rebuild a town, but you can actually swap between a bunch of different classes, like farming or like a miner to go and like get materials, but then also like paladin, mercenary to go fight. This was so fun in co-op on the Nintendo DS. I remember me and my friends would meet up and just like turn our consoles on and just like partner up and go on these adventures. So this new one, hopefully, I just noticed the quality of this is really bad, isn't it? I'm gonna put that in HD for you guys. There we go. Hopefully this new one is just as good. This one's coming out on the Switch. We don't have a date for this one on my notes. But it is a 4-player co-op game where you're going to be rebuilding an island. This seems to be some time mechanic where you can go back in time to go get materials and come back. You're rebuilding an island, but you also get to go on an adventure, and it is 4-player co-op. So if you have 3 other friends that want to play with you, this is something that I really think is going to come out and surprise people on how good it is. The Girl Who Steals Time. Oh, in October. There you go. That was one of the ones that I remembered that was like much later on and not the first half of the year. Then we got another Crab's Treasure. This is a Souls-like crab game, and at first I was like, oh god, this looks awful. But then the more I looked, I was like, you know what, I'm down. I actually want to play this. This looks really cool. I liked everything I saw. I feel like it's going to be a really good time as a combat game to play like Dark Souls style. I don't know. I thought it looked really cool. As you guys can see, you can swap your armor based on whatever you find, and the combat looks pretty cool. The boss fights are gonna be epic. Man, I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but I really want to play this game, and this one's coming out in April. So super pumped for another Crab's Treasure. Then we got through. Oh, the next one is the big one in my opinion, which was Penny's Big Breakaway. So I don't know why, but this just looks a lot of fun for like I've been itching for a platforming game like Mario and everything like that. So I was very excited for a new one, and Penny's Big Breakaway seems like the one I've been wanting, and it is out today. So expect me to talk about this even more. If you guys want my opinion on this game, make sure to subscribe, because I'll probably try and play it before this weekend and upload my impressions on it. But I don't know why, this just looks like so much fun. I love the colors, I love the world. They said they have about 40 levels, which doesn't seem too long, but I am very excited to play Penny's Big Breakaway, and that's coming out today. So very excited. Then, nobody cares about this. Let's skip that. We got a couple like just quick announcements. So Pepper Grinder is a Devolver Digital game coming out later this year, which actually looks pretty cool. As you guys can see here, I don't know where this came from, but this looks pretty sweet. They didn't say much about this one. Oh yes, there's a demo out today for Pepper Grinder, and this game comes out March 28th. Sorry if I keep looking down. I wrote down notes while I was watching it, so it's on my phone here. So if you guys are curious about this one, it's another one I'll probably try out the demo and see what I think. A horse racing game with cards. Let's move on. Nobody cares. Then we got, this is the quick montage where they talked about Tales of Kenzara. I already talked about this in a previous video. Make sure to go watch that. New Demon Slayer game. I also skipped out. There was, right before that, another thing they showed. Pentiment was one of them. Snufkin was another one. And Kingdom Come Deliverance. Then a nice little surprise for the Nintendo Switch Online. We are getting a bundle of Rare games. So if you guys remember Rare as a developer team from before, People absolutely love their stuff, and they announced 5 new games, if I remember correctly, that's coming to the Switch. Let me scroll over here to find them for you guys. So we got RC Pro AM, Killer Instinct, Battletoads, Snake Rattle and Roll, and Blast Corp. Now, I'm going to say, outside of Battletoad and Killer Instinct, I don't know the other 3. If you guys are excited about those, let me know in the comments. But for me, they're like, okay. And then the big finale was a brand new Endless Ocean Luminous. Now, I'm going to say, I don't know anything about Endless Ocean. This doesn't look great. This is definitely not for me. If you ever ask me what is my least favorite levels in every video game I ever play, it is always the water levels. Whether it's Mario, it's Sonic, it's Zelda, it's any game. As soon as you put me underwater, I hate it. So you give me a game that's all underwater and I'm scanning fish, no thank you. So this is not for me. But I guess there's a cult following because I was like, oh, this must be some kind of sequel to a game. I looked up, there was a Wii game. It got terrible reviews. So I don't know why they finished with like, and look at this new Endless. So if you guys are a fan of Endless Ocean, I need to know, because from what I know, the first couple games, nobody liked them. And now they're adding a new one and they're finishing their partner showcase with this. Yeah, there you go. So I kind of feel like it ended on a meh, but overall, again, every Nintendo Direct, every partner showcase is the same. A mix of exciting announcements, a bit of everything. So there's like people, like all genres, you're probably going to get something you like. I'd love to know as well if you guys think, are we getting a Nintendo Switch 2 announcement anytime soon? Because I feel like this is just proof that we're getting near the end of the Switch. I think it's time. I think it's going to be announced anytime soon, because normally February would not be a partner showcase. We would get a full Nintendo Direct. But today they showed us a partner one instead. So I'm guessing they're holding off for their partner show, their actual like big games for their own thing, probably with the reveal of the Switch 2. That's my opinion. I'd love to know what you guys think. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you're excited for. What'd you think of Endless Ocean and all the other announcements? Have a good rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.